Hello, what is up, you guys? So, for this first video, I thought I would do an analysis of the muscle contest show, which happened on February 5th. So, if you didn't see it, Ashley Kaltwasser won her 31st pro win. So, congrats to her. That's absolutely incredible. And then in second came Lauren Dannenmiller, and third, I believe her name is Ariel. So, originally I was waiting to see if higher quality videos would come out on YouTube, but I just gathered these from Instagram, so this is what I'll be using. So I was just gonna go over the top 3 and their posing routines, and then I have another girl who competed in the show as well. So let's start off with Ariel. So she got 3rd. So alright. Okay, so the first thing you notice before she even starts her routine, she is already, in her stance, in her front pose. So she's already presenting herself very well, giving a good first impression before she even starts her routine. So very, very confident. Alright, so here one thing I notice is her foot placement. So the foot she's not standing on, it kind of just looks like one foot in front of the other, whereas usually the leg they're not standing on kind of is just lightly placed. So like the heel comes up a bit. So it's sort of like they're just tapping their toe into the ground. Here she has like her full foot on the ground. So I feel like if she pointed her toe more towards the judge and then lifted her heel a bit more, it might look nicer. Alright, so right there, the way she swung her hips so fast, you could kind of see her glutes shook a bit. See, her left glute kind of shook a bit. Yeah, so again, the way she swings her hips so fastly, I feel like she could definitely slow it down, and then by doing that, she would be able to hold her conditioning a bit better and just look tighter in her glutes. So yeah, slowing down her walk, and then the way she swings her hips in the back pose. I really love her front walk, though. Very confident. Alright, so that was all I had for her. Now, let's move on to Lauren. So Lauren got 2nd place. I think this is her first show of the season too, after the Olympia, where she placed top 10. I believe she placed 9th, I want to say. Lauren Dannenmiller. Alright. So again, very confident. Alright, so my only critique I have for her is that I feel like she could have been a bit more fluid and gentle going into her front pose, because I don't know if you noticed, but I sort of picked up on how she sort of just flailed this left arm out. See, she sort of just flailed out instead of just gently bringing it to the front. So that's pretty much my only critique for her, though. She has good stage presence. Yeah. Alright, now moving on to the queen of bikini, Ashley Kaltwasser. So with her, you will be able to see just how much of a seasoned competitor she is. She looks so at home on stage. So let's take a look. Also, I don't know if it's just like the effect on this video or something, but she just came in so hard to this show, in my opinion. Alright, so the first thing, she comes out, she lowers her arms nice and graceful, and then she's going to put them on her hips. So this just shows an extreme level of confidence. And then gently bring the arms down again, very graceful. Yeah, and then you can see in her walk, the way she moves her arms, just very, very natural. Just naturally swaying them, doesn't look like too much. Yeah, extremely fluid. As you can see, she's really taking her time. Right, and then this year she added, she moves her hair to show her back a bit. Just a little extra sass, showing her personality. Alright, so the only thing I noticed that is sort of a critique is that when she moved her hair back to her back, I feel like she could have what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, it could just look more even. Like she could have just taken a second to sort of just place it better, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just because it's sort of, not that it looks messy, but I feel like it could just look a bit more even. But everything else is pretty perfect. A very seasoned competitor, amazing transitions. Yeah. Alright, now moving on to the last girl I had. Her name is Marissa Wu. So she is a top athlete and has been working towards getting her Olympia qualification. Alright. Also, I really, really love this color on her. It pops very well. Alright, so for this, I feel like she could work on her transition to her back pose. It sort of was like she just stepped into it. I feel like she could have swung her hips a bit more. And then also, I noticed, so see how her hips don't really swing? I feel like if she added a bit of hip swing, it would just look very nice. And then another thing, she sort of just held her hands here. I feel like she could have been like placing her hands while doing this whole transition instead of just like holding them there. But yeah. Also, so what I was trying to say with Ashley is see their difference in their hair. So the way hers falls on her back is very, very even. It's practically perfectly symmetrical. So it just creates a more polished look. So her hair looks pretty perfect to me here. Alright, so again, I feel like she could just swing her hips more. I love that though. Okay, also, so right here, I feel like this foot is sort of angled towards the back of the stage, whereas I feel like it should be pointed more towards the judges. I think that's all I had for her though. Yeah. All right, and then actually the last thing, I just had this video of the top 3, so I guess we just take a look for fun. Yeah, so what I was saying with the other girl about swinging her hips in her transitions, so if you look especially at Lauren, she swings her hips very, very well, and it just looks very feminine, it looks very graceful and elegant. So just take a look at how Lauren transitions. So there's a very big difference between her and the other girl, Marissa. So as you can see, she had a lot more hip movement, and I think it just looked very nice and fluid. But yeah. Alrighty, so that is all I had for this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making this type of video actually, so I will try and do these for other pro shows, but I really hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it, and yes, just having like an eye for the smallest things, because posing really makes all the difference. So just having an eye for little things you could tweak. So I really hope you guys learned something and can incorporate it in your own posing.